Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Not Fit to Hunt. Before we get started, I want you to remember one thing. The camera does add 10 pounds.
We have about 4 cameras.
That's what I was wondering, how many cameras we had on me.
Cameras.
I'm putting me down for a solid 5.
And we're matchy.
Yeah, that was not planned, but I'll be amazed if you guys can even see anything, but you know, from here to here on me, there to there on Tim. Oh, actually they're up on Tim. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about focus. First of all, where your focus is. You know, Tim, I paid a coach a lot of money a lot of years ago, and I had 2 things that I took away from him, both of which we'll discuss on, one of which we'll discuss on a later episode, and the other one we'll discuss right now, and that was talking about focus. He said, wherever you are, be there.
Okay.
So I've always tried to kind of apply that, and basically what it means is if you're shooting your bow, be shooting your bow. Don't be checking other things and thinking about other stuff. Be there. Be 100% focused on that. And that's the beginning of our focus. But now we're going to fine-tune that a little bit, and we're going to talk a bit about where we should be focusing when we're aiming at the target and when we're executing our shot. So as Tim comes to full draw here, we're going to look at and discuss a couple of things about focus. First of all, once you reach full draw, Tim, what are you looking at?
You know, the first things I look at, I want to make sure I'm centered around my housing and that my bubble is level. So
Okay.
it's split second. After that, I'm looking at the target and making sure that I'm focused on the target, and then that pin is just floating around where I'm aiming.
I think that's a crucial point, because as you are aiming, the target is a fixed object. The wind might be blowing and that might be kind of drifting us around a little bit, but as we stay focused on the target 100%, that will allow you to shoot a much more relaxed shot. And when you're doing that, your pin will be floating around in your peripheral vision. Let's see how...
Okay, we're going to watch Henry come to full draw here, and as he comes to full draw, we're going to kind of walk around the back of him and see what he's focusing on, and then ask him. So Henry, as you pulled the full draw, what were the first things that you focused on?
First thing I look at is making sure, first of all, I'm staring at the target when I draw back. My eyes never leave the target. When I come into my anchor, my peep is right there, and as I'm addressing my peep sight, that is perfectly centered around my scope housing. They are sized to fit perfectly around there, so everything is centered up. A quick look at my level, and then once again my focus is 100% on the target. The reason I'm staring at that target and not looking at my pin dancing around it, first of all, your pin moving gives you stops and starts in your shot process, and that's not what we're looking for here. We're looking for a fluid, consistent shot process. We want to see that shot, we want to see that back tension flowing all the way through, and as it does, you're staring at the target, your pin is in your peripheral vision, kind of doing a little figure 8, a small figure 8 around that target.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Not Fit to Hunt. We're going to have videos up every week, kind of showing some of the things that we do to be successful in the outdoor world, not only with shooting, but with finding the animals. So look for those episodes coming up.
Hey, and click subscribe on YouTube, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and check out our new website, which is up.
Oh, yeah.
What's that website again, Tim?
NotFitToHunt.com.
That's it. We made it really tricky.
Yeah.
Thanks again, guys.